Alrighty, welcome back. So this is thankfully the first section where we don't have to worry about installation or getting set up. We can just focus on coding. Alright, so congrats on making it this far. So this video, as you can see, is titled Numbers and Math, really big font, all caps. I know it's not the most glamorous topic ever. It's probably a little bit polarizing. If you're one of those people who saw numbers and math and got up from your computer and tried to set it on fire, I promise it won't be super boring. I have two promises actually. One is that I'm going to keep this short and succinct. It's probably going to be the shortest section of the entire course, 3 to 4 videos and a single quiz at the end. But my second and more important promise is that there's a really important reason why we're starting here. Most of us are already familiar and comfortable with the basics of math. Nothing crazy, just simple daily arithmetic. We can take that real world math and do the exact same thing in the Python world. So it's a really simple jumping off point because there's an analog between the real world and Python. And the other thing I want to mention is that the first most foundational concept that we need to cover when learning any programming language is how that language actually represents data. So there's all sorts of data we might care about: sales data, advertisement data, user data. How do we actually represent that using code? So of course, some of that data is going to be numeric. We need to store the number of shoes we have in stock, or the price for those shoes, or the age for a user, all sorts of different numbers. So this is a foundational thing we got to start talking about. And in the next couple sections, we'll actually continue talking about other ways of storing data. But for now, numbers and math. So first, let's talk about our objectives. We want to start off by understanding the differences between ints and floats, which probably means absolutely nothing to you at this point, unless you've programmed before. But yeah, it will mean something in a little bit. Understand the differences between ints and floats, two types of numbers. Then we're going to work with some simple mathematical operators, things you're probably comfortable with, just show you how to do division, multiplication, that sort of thing, and point out some of the quirks that happen when you use math in Python. And then we're also going to talk about some weirder operators you may not have seen before that are more unique to programming. And then finally, this one is completely unrelated, but it has to go somewhere, just a single short video on something called comments. So actually it has nothing to do with math or numbers, but it's just an important thing we got to get out of the way. And this is a short section, so it got shoehorned into this section. Alrighty, so let's get started. We're going to talk about ints and floats in the next video.